Hello there everybody, my name is Toby from the Artorvian channel and welcome to episode 7 of Artropolis, and so much stuff has happened off camera and in between episodes. We are now on 1,250 subscribers and we were on 800 last time we left off, so thank you so much. The support has been crazy and I will be continuing to do shorts because they do so well and I do enjoy making them so much. They're just a nice refreshing piece of content to make, to be honest. They're nice and short, they don't require too much editing, but they're still fun to make and come up with the designs. But anyway, I've actually started off this video with not one but 2 time lapses where we built these 2 houses, the butcher's and the inn. Now I'll talk about what we're going to do with them later on, and I will build some contraptions in them later on just to give them a function. But for now, let's talk about the stuff we've done on off camera. First and foremost, I have decorated this build and I have been trading with villagers. I have been curing them as well with zombie villagers, and I actually am able to cure 1 more. I've been buying books off them and lowering their trades. As you can see, I've got 1 emerald books and things like that, which is awesome. This place is coming along really nicely and it's allowing me to get some really great gear. It is a bit cheaty, it is a bit overpowered, but it's still awesome. And it's allowed me to make so much progress. Also, I have been doing a lot of grinding in the Nether, and I've been using the emeralds to trade with the clerics to get some ender pearls. So I got plenty of Eyes of Ender, and I will be looking for the stronghold in today's video. And spoilers, I found a trident on the way back. I found a trident here, and I also got 3 wither skeleton skulls from killing 69 withers while fighting the blazes. So if we take a look in statistics, mobs, and we go down to wither skeletons, I have killed 69 wither skeletons for 3 skulls, which is quite a good trade-off, to be honest. And also we can check the drowned as well. The first drowned I killed, I got a trident on, which is insane luck. Is awesome. But yeah, we've been doing so much work off camera and we're well on the way to defeating the wither and the ender dragon on episode 10. But anyway, I'll show you the footage of me looking for the stronghold, where we found some awesome things on the way as well. And in the meantime, I will find some designs for the contraptions that will go in these 2 builds. Okay, so let's see. Let's throw the first pearl, see where it goes. It went that way. Okay, so we're just going to have to remember that this way is approximately 0, 0 and head in this direction. And I'm going to grab a bucket of water on the way just so if we dig straight down and land in the lava, we will survive easily. And we're just going to travel a few hundred blocks and throw it again and see if it changes direction at all. So I'll keep you updated until we find something. Now, if you weren't aware, which you probably aren't, I did have a survival series before this. It got up to 25 episodes, then I decided to leave it off there because I sort of limited myself in terms of building, and I decided I wanted to start fresh. But one of the cool features in that world was that the stronghold was inside an ocean monument. And as you can imagine, that was a huge pain for fighting the dragon, because I kept getting minus fatigue, and we found a shipwreck. Let's see. Nothing interesting there. Buried treasure map. We can take a look at that later. I doubt there's going to be anything interesting in here. Oops, I'm drowning. And is that what I think it is? A desert village. Oh, okay. Now we've found this landmark. Let's take the coordinates down. And then let's throw... It's going in this direction. I think that means the stronghold is either somewhere in this desert or in that savanna biome. Okay, so let's go over here and throw it now. What? What? This is another village. Okay, so we know the location of 3 plains villages now. That is something to note down. It is a tiny one though. These are the coordinates. Huh. Okay. This is a cool village. It's a tiny one, but it's quite cool. We could maybe connect it to the other desert village that we found. Did that go... That went in the ground. Okay, so I think we just dig straight down here. And I'm going to keep this in my offhand, just in case. Okay, so it seems like we were a tiny bit off. This is not the stronghold. Let's try again. That went straight there. Let's dig down here then. We found it! We found it! Okay, these are the coordinates. We're here! Great, okay. Now, let's see where the portal room is. And we're gonna just explore around the place a bit. What's around this way? Oh, we found it. Now, what do we do here? Okay, firstly, let's do that. I think what we want to do... I don't think we want to get rid of it, to be honest. I don't think that's what we want to do. I think first we don't have any torches, so we can't light it up that way. Maybe we can light it up by using the lava like that. Is that going to work? Who knows? Who knows? But no silverfish seem to be spawning, apart from this one over here. Okay, so we're going to keep this place in mind. We're not going to tackle the end dimension just yet, but we may as well fill in the portal while we're here, with 2 ender eyes left to spare. This place is awesome, and I will be decorating this at some point as well. Don't you worry. So judging by the buried treasure map, we're going to have to travel northwest, which is in this direction, to find the treasure map. Now, I really want to show you this little neat trick, and to be honest, this episode hasn't been going on for very long, so I may as well include it in this episode. It will really help you out, I'm sure of it, if you haven't already heard of it. But let's go in this direction until we can see ourselves on the map. I think we start to go west a tiny bit just so we can appear on the map a bit sooner. So we are literally right on top of it right now. The buried treasure is somewhere over here. But how do we find it from here? Well, you could just dig around until you find it. But there's actually a way of discovering where it is straight away. So you see on the left of the screen, on the debug screen, there's basically, let's just call it a paragraph. On the 3rd line down, it says chunk 5, 14, 12. If we go down... so it says chunk 9 and 9. The buried treasure should theoretically be directly under this block because it says 9, 9. And yes, it is. It's right here. We found the buried treasure map. So that is the easiest way of finding buried treasure. Just make sure the 1st and the 3rd number says 9, and it's super, super easy to find the buried treasure then. And there we have it. We have officially found the stronghold. Oh my goodness. But one thing I did, in the mesa biome near the stronghold, I got the terracotta to build this house. Because I've been wanting to build this house for a while. This is a butcher's house, and it's going to be the barn 2.0. It's going to be my primary food source, and there's going to be a chicken cooker. Hence why I have so many chickens in here. And I'm going to build that right here, right now. So, That scared the living daylights out of me. Luckily, it didn't destroy anything important. I don't think it killed any chickens. Yeah, that terrified me. I don't know what happened there, but let's see. Just fix that up quickly. So what I'm going to need is a hopper right here, and then I'm going to need a slab on top of it. I'm going to do the glass there, like so, and oh, it did kill a chicken. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. So we're going to build up that glass area there and put a lava bucket there. So the chickens will be growing there. But first things first, we actually need to break this block. So what will happen is the baby chickens will be dispensed by the eggs going into this hopper and end up there. And when they grow up old enough to actually be able to produce meat, they'll grow up into this lava and cook into some nice lovely chicken. I know it's cruel, but it's a video game. So we're going to build up the sides of this, like so, and put a slab on there once we have actually got the chickens into this area. But before I continue, I'm just going to say this design here was by Living Computer on the Afterlife Discord server. I don't think he's done a tutorial on it, but he did help me out with it, and if he does have a tutorial on it, go check out his channel. I'll leave it in the description, and if he doesn't, go check him out anyway. I'm sure he has some really awesome redstone contraptions on his channel. I know he's a very technical orientated player, and there it is. So if we put some eggs in there, it'll detect it and put some in there, and we got 2 chickens from that. Okay, so yeah, we've got a working chicken farm. But that will work over time. I plan on having it as my secondary food, or my primary food source, and this will now become my secondary one. And that is the first redstone contraption we've done. Let's move on to the second one, and the last one for today's video. And this is going to be a wool farm, so we can create some beds to kill the Ender Dragon with ease. So what we do is we put a hopper on this chest, and I've actually prepared it already slightly. We put a rail there, and we put a minecart hopper on top of it. I do need to craft it. Do that, and then break the rail. Don't forget to break it, otherwise you literally will not be able to push it. Put a redstone torch on there to push it down. Then break that, break that, break that. This will be an observer facing into it. Then you, sir, need to move out of the way temporarily. We're going to put a stone block there. Redstone dust there, redstone dust there, then a glass block there, redstone dust there, and then a dispenser there. And place these glass blocks here, like so. And that is it. I'm pretty sure we do need to shear them first, and we do need to stock up the dispenser with shears as well. But as you can see, it has eaten the grass, and it has automatically sheared it. So we'll slowly get wool accumulating in this area, and it is awesome. And we will use that to create beds to kill the Ender Dragon. But that is it for today's video. I am going to read out the question of the day in a moment, but I will be hoping to expand this village out before episode 10, and then in that episode we will tackle the Wither and the Ender Dragon in the same episode. And I'm hoping to have this village finished at episode 25 by the latest. But anyway, let's read today's question of the day. And the 7th question of the day comes in from Drew Creaky, and it says, what is your building process once you have a design idea? So often I'll actually design it in creative before I build it in survival. Sometimes I will improvise it in survival, but usually if I'm building it for a series or I'm doing a time lapse of it, I want to make it the best I can, and I don't want it to look like I'm improvising it because it just looks bad on a time lapse. So I'll usually build it in creative first, and usually what I do is I just get the rough shape of it, but first things first, I will go with colour. So once I've got the shape, I'll go with colour. I'll go with a grey foundation, maybe a wood base or a terracotta base, and a stone roof or something, whatever really floats my boat. and then I'll add the texture and the gradients on top of that. So yeah, that's what I tend to do. Thank you for the question, I really appreciate it. And also, if you have questions yourself, please feel free to leave them down below with hashtag question of the day, QOTD, in front of your comment, or leave them in the Discord. Also, I'd really appreciate suggestions for this world. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for 1,200 subscribers. A couple of days ago we were on 800, so that is awesome. These YouTube shorts are really working out. Thank you so much. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.